Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th video lecture of Module 1, Calculus of Complex Functions and Construction of Analytic Functions. In this lecture, we will solve some problems on analytic functions and then we will discuss few applications of analytic functions. So let us start with some problems on analytic functions. So first problem is, if u plus v equal to e power x cos y plus sin y, find the analytic function f of z equal to u plus iv. Here notice u plus v is given, that is the sum of real and imaginary parts of f of z is given. Okay, to find this, to find f of z, first we will find f dash of z and then integrating with respect to z we will get the f of z. So what is the formula for f dash of z? F dash of z is dou u by dou x plus I dou v by dou x. Okay, and therefore we differentiate u plus v with respect to x partially, okay, to get dou u by dou x and dou v by dou x. So given u plus v e power x cos y plus sin y, first we will simplify. We can simplify this right hand side and write e power x cos y plus e power x sin y, and then differentiate partially with respect to x. Now that is, differentiate with respect to x keeping y constant. First we will differentiate with respect to x partially, then we will differentiate with respect to y partially. Okay, so differentiating u plus v, we get dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou x. Okay, and right hand side differentiate with respect to x keeping y constant. So it is cos y into derivative of e power x with respect to x is e power x. So it is, first term becomes cos y e power x plus second term will be sin y e power x. So it is ux plus vx equal to e power x cos y plus e power x sin y. Call it as equation 1. Okay, next differentiate this with respect to y partially. So we get dou u by dou y plus dou v by dou y, or you can say uy plus vy equals to right hand side keep e power x constant, derivative of cos y with respect to y is minus sin y, plus second term e power x into derivative of sin y is cos y. Okay, so we have this. Next we need to solve for ux and vx, so we will try to convert this. We need one more equation in ux and vx, so we convert this uy and vy in terms of ux and vx, that is we are going to make use of Cauchy-Riemann equations. Okay, and what are Cauchy-Riemann equations? Cauchy-Riemann equations are ux equal to vy and vx equal to minus ui. So the second, this equation becomes, replace ui by minus vx and vy by ux. Okay, so we get this. Okay, so this is minus vx, this is ux. Right side write the same. So and then call it as equation 2. Okay, now we will solve 1 and 2 for ux and vx. Okay, here we have ux plus vx, and here in the second equation we have minus vx plus ux. So add 1 and 2, adding 1 and 2 we will get ux plus ux, 2ux plus vx minus vx, this is 0. So left side will be 2ux. Okay, and right hand side will be, if you add 1 and 2, right hand sides of 1 and 2, e power x cos y plus e power x cos y, 2 e power x cos y, e power x sin y minus e power x sin y cancels. So we have 2ux equal to 2 e power x cos y, or dividing by 2 we get ux equal to e power x cos y. Next, see, we can solve for vx from 1 and 2. So we have to eliminate ux now. So subtract 2 from 1. So ux minus ux 0. Vx minus vx is a 2 vx, and here this cancels. E power x cos y minus e power x cos y is 0, and e power x sin y minus e power x sin y. That is, we have 2vx equal to 2 e power x sin y, or vx is e power x sin y. Okay, next we use f dash of z formula to find f dash of z. F dash of z is ux plus I vx. Substitute for ux and vx. We get f dash of z equal to e power x cos y plus I e power x sin y. Then to write f dash of z as a function of z, we are going to use Milne-Thomson method. That is, we are going to replace x by z and y by 0 in the right hand side of f dash of z. So f dash of z will be e power z cos 0 plus I e power z sin 0. That is, we get f dash of z equal to e power z, because cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So we get f dash of z equal to e power z. Then to get f of z, we integrate both sides with respect to z. So integral of f dash of z equal to integral of e power z dz, or f of z equal to e power z plus c, where c is complex constant. Next problem, given that u minus v equals to x minus y into x square plus 4xy plus y square, find the analytic function f of z is equal to u plus iv. Okay, so here first we'll start with this. Given u minus v, x minus y, x square plus 4xy plus y square. Here also we'll find f dash of z equal to ux plus ivx, and then integrate, we get f of z. Okay, so start with this. Differentiate this partially with respect to x and y. Okay, but before that, we can simplify the right hand side and write. So here we have first term x into x square, x cube, plus 4x square y plus xy square, minus yx square minus 4xy square minus y cube. Simplifying these two, like multiplying these two, we get these terms, or x cube plus, here we have 4x square y minus x square y, that is plus 3x square y. Okay, and xy square minus 4xy square is minus 3xy square. Then we have minus y cube. So this is our u minus v. Okay, now differentiate partial with respect to x first. We get dou u by dou x minus dou v by dou x, or ux minus vx equal to 3x square plus 6xy minus 3y square. Okay, call it as equation 1. Next, differentiate u minus v equal to this with respect to y partially. We get dou u by dou y minus dou v by dou y equal to, now differentiate this with respect to y, keeping x constant. So we have 0 plus 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square. We get this. Okay, next we convert this. Okay, we write this in terms of partial derivatives with respect to x only. So we are going to use Cauchy-Riemann equations. Ux equal to v by vx equal to minus uy. So the second equation, rewrite it as using this minus vx minus ux equal to 3x square minus 6xy minus 3y square, and call it as equation 2. Next, solve for ux and vx from equations 1 and 2. If we add equations 1 and 2, we get left side will be ux minus vx, ux will be 0, and here minus vx is minus 2vx. Right hand side, 3x square plus 3x square is 6x square plus 6xy minus 6xy cancels, minus 3y square minus 3y square will be minus 6y square, or vx equal to, you have to divide throughout by minus 2, vx will be 3y square minus 3x square. Then solve for ux from u1 and 2, equations 1 and 2. So you have to subtract 2 from 1. So minus vx minus minus plus vx becomes 0. Ux minus minus ux, that is 2ux will be equal to 3x square minus 3x square 0. 6xy minus minus 6xy is 12xy. Minus 3y square minus minus plus 3y square will be 0. So we get 2ux equal to 12xy or ux equal to 6xy. Then write formula for f dash of z, which is ux plus ivx. Then substitute for ux and vx here. Okay, so we get this. Then use Milne-Thomson method and convert this as a function of z. Take x equal to z, y equal to 0 here. So we get f dash of z equal to, since here we have y, so substituting y equal to 0, the first term becomes 0, plus I into 3 into 0 minus 3z square, that is f dash of z will be minus I 3z square. Okay, then integrate with respect to z, keeping with respect to z. Now 3i minus 3i will be constant, keep as it is. Integral of z square is z cube by 3. So we have f of z equal to minus I z cube plus c, where c is the constant of integration, c is a complex constant. Next problem, show that u is equal to r plus 1 by r into cos theta, where r is not equal to 0 is harmonic. Find its harmonic conjugate and also the corresponding analytic function. So here the first part of the question, given u, we need to find it is harmonic. The function, suppose the function f of z, analytic function f of z is u plus ip. The real part of f of z, that is u, is given. To prove that this u is harmonic, and also note that u is given in terms of r and theta, u is a function of r and theta. So u is harmonic if it satisfies Laplace's equation in polar form. That is, we need to show that u satisfies the Laplace equation dou square u by dou r square plus 1 by r dou u by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square u by dou theta square equal to 0. Okay, so to prove this, we need to find ur, dou u by dou r, or ur. Then we will find u theta, then dou square u by dou r square, dou square u by dou theta square. These four partial derivatives, and then substitute in the left hand side and show that it's equal to 0, so that u will be harmonic. So what is ur? Differentiate u with respect to r partially. Differentiating u with respect to r, keeping theta constant. Okay, so cos theta keep as it is. Derivative of r plus 1 by r with respect to r is 1 minus 1 by r square, because derivative of r with respect to r is 1. Derivative of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. Okay, next, dou u by dou theta or u theta. Differentiate u with respect to theta, keeping r constant. R plus 1 by r keep constant. Derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So we get u theta equal to minus r plus 1 by r sin theta. Next, URR. How do you get URR? Differentiate UR with respect to R, keeping theta constant. So cos theta keep constant. Derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of minus 1 by r square is, how do you find the derivative of minus 1 by r square? We can write 1 by r square as r to the power minus 2, and derivative of r to the power minus 2 is minus 2 into r power minus 3, or it is minus 2 by r cube. Okay, substituting here we will get a minus of minus 2 by r cube, or it is plus 2 by r cube. So this is URR. Next, u theta theta. Differentiate u theta with respect to theta, keeping r constant. R plus 1 by r keep as it is. Okay, so here we have minus sign. U theta theta is minus r plus 1 by r. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. Okay, next we substitute this, okay, in place of partial derivatives in the left hand side. So what it becomes? Left hand side of this result, this becomes, substitute for URR, we have 2 by r cube cos theta. Then second term we have 1 by r times ur, that is 1 by r times this. Multiply this expression by 1 by r. So what it becomes? 1 by r into cos theta minus 1 by r cube cos theta. So these two terms will get. Next term, 1 by r square u theta theta. You need to multiply u theta theta by 1 by r square. So multiply this by 1 by r square. So what it becomes? Minus r by r square, that is minus 1 by r. into cos theta minus 1 by r into 1 by r square, that is minus 1 by r cube cos theta. So what it is? So 2 by r cube cos theta minus, here we have 1 by r cube cos theta, 1 by r cube cos theta, it is minus 2 by r cube cos theta. So this cancels. Next we have 1 by r cos theta minus 1 by r cos theta cancels. So we get this equal to 0. That implies given function u is harmonic. Okay, that completes the first part of the problem. Then we have to find the harmonic conjugate of u, and we have to, then we need to find analytic function f of z equal to u plus iv. Now what is the harmonic conjugate of u? We have harmonic conjugate of u is v. We need to find v and f of z. Before finding f of z, okay, now before finding v, we will first find f dash of z, and then we integrate with respect to z, we'll get f of z. Okay, so first we'll find f of z. Okay, and what is the formula for f dash of z? We have u is given in the polar form, so we apply f dash of z formula in the polar form. In the polar form, f dash of z formula is e power minus I theta into ur plus I vr. Okay, so here, but in the given question we have ur and v theta only, we don't have vr, so we are going to use Cauchy-Riemann equations here. We are going to replace by minus 1 by r into u theta. Okay, we are going to make use of this Cauchy-Riemann equation. So the formula for f dash of z now becomes equal to e power minus I theta into ur minus I 1 by r u theta, by replacing vr by minus 1 by r u theta here. Okay, then we substitute for ur and u theta. Next, this is function of r and theta. F dash of z we need in terms of z. Now, so we are going to use Milne-Thomson method. That is, we are going to replace r by z and theta by 0. So we get f dash of z equal to e power theta, if we take 0, e power 0, we get to 1, e power 0 is 1. Then we have 1 minus 1 by z square cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, so it becomes 1 minus 1 by z square plus I into, since here we have theta equal to 0, sin theta equal to 0, this entire term becomes 0. So f dash of z will be 1 minus 1 by z square. Okay, then to get f of z, we integrate both sides with respect to z. So we have f dash of z integral is f of z, integral of 1 is z, integral of 1 by z square is minus 1 by z, so it is minus into minus plus 1 by z, plus ci, where c is a real number. Here the given real part does not contain any constant, so the constant of integration is ci. Next, to find v, okay, the harmonic conjugate of u, we take f of z equal to u plus iv, and in the right hand side we take z equal to r e power I theta, the polar form of z, that is r into e power I theta. So f of z equal to z plus 1 by z ci. Start with this, substitute for f of z equal to u plus iv, and in place of z take r e power I theta. So r e power I theta plus 1 by r e power I theta, or we can write 1 by r into e power I theta. If I take it to the numerator, it becomes e power minus I theta plus ci. Next, right side we have to write it as sum of real part plus imaginary part. So we have to use Euler's formula and expand this e power I theta and e power minus I theta. So what is e power I theta? E power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, and e power minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta. So using this we get u plus iv equal to this, or we can write right side as sum of real and imaginary parts. So what is the real part in the right hand side? R cos theta, r into cos theta, and here you have plus 1 by r cos theta, or we can take cos theta common, r plus 1 by r cos theta. Okay, this is the real part. Similarly, if I multiply, next we will find the imaginary part. So multiply r into I sin theta, and here we have minus I sin theta by r. Okay, this term and here plus ci. So taking these three terms, okay, so we have I common, this I common, and these two terms sin theta common, we can write I into r minus 1 by r sin theta plus c. Okay, so now we can equate the real and imaginary parts on both sides. So the harmonic conjugate v is, the imaginary part on the left hand side v is, right hand side imaginary part is r minus 1 by r sin theta plus c. So, okay, this is the required required harmonic conjugate of. Next, we will discuss some of the applications of analytic functions. In the previous lectures, we have studied that if f of z equal to u plus iv is analytic, then the real part u and the imaginary part v are harmonic functions. That is, they satisfy the Laplace equation dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square equal to 0 and dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square equal to 0. Hence, these conjugate functions u and v provide a solution to a number of field and flow problems. Okay, so if in an analytic function w equal to phi of xy plus I psi of xy, the real part phi of xy represents potential function and the imaginary part psi of xy represents the stream function, then the complex function w equal to phi plus I psi is called as complex potential. Okay, and in a two-dimensional fluid flow, the curves phi of x equal to c1 and psi of x equal to c2. Okay, these are known as equipotential lines and stream lines respectively. And in electrostatic and gravitational fields, the curves phi of xy equal to c1 and are called equipotential lines, and psi of xy equal to c2 are called lines of force. And in the heat flow problems, the curves phi of xy equal to c1 and psi of xy equal to c2 are known as isothermals and heat flow lines respectively. Okay, now given phi we can find psi, and given psi we can find phi using Milne-Thomson method. We can write CR Cauchy-Riemann equations in terms of these phi and psi. Okay, so we have CR equations are given by dou phi by dou x equal to dou psi by dou y, or phi x equal to psi y and psi x equal to minus phi y. Now let us solve a problem. If w is equal to f of z equals to phi of xy plus I psi of xy represents the complex potential of an electrostatic field, where xi is equal to x square minus y square plus x by x square plus y square. Find f of z and hence determine phi. So here we have psi equal to x square minus y square plus x by x square plus y square. That is, the imaginary part of f of z is given. Okay, we need to find f of z equal to phi plus I psi, and also we need to find the real part phi. Okay, so first given psi we find dou psi by dou x and dou psi by dou y by differentiating partially with respect to x and y. Okay, so what is dou psi by dou x? Differentiate psi with respect to x, keeping y constant. Okay, so what's the derivative? Psi x is 2x, derivative of x square is 2x, derivative of y square is minus y square is 0, and then derivative of x by x square plus y square. Find this using quotient rule. So what is the derivative? Denominator will be x square plus y square whole square. In the numerator, we will be having x square plus y square into derivative of numerator, that is derivative of x, which is 1. So we have x square plus y square into 1 minus x into derivative of x square plus y square, that is 2x. So we'll get x into 2x. Okay, next find dou psi by dou y, that is differentiate psi with respect to y keeping x constant. So what is dou psi by dou y? It is 0 minus 2y plus, now differentiate again this one using quotient rule. The denominator will be x square plus y square whole square and numerator will be x square plus y square into derivative of x with respect to y is 0. Okay, so minus x into derivative of x square plus y square with respect to y is 2y. We get this. Next we find f dash of z and find f of z by integrating f dash of z. So what is f dash of z? F dash of z is phi x plus I psi x. Okay, but here we don't have phi x, so we use Cauchy-Riemann equation, and by Cauchy-Riemann equation we have phi x equal to psi y, dou phi by dou x equal to dou psi by dou y. So we are going to write, in place of phi x we are going to write psi y. So f dash of z becomes psi y plus I psi x. Then substitute for psi y and psi x here in the right hand side. Okay, so we'll get f dash of z equal to psi y, this one, plus I psi x. Next, we can make this right hand side function of z by using Milne-Thomson method. That is, we can take x equal to z, y equal to 0 in the right hand side, and it becomes function of z. So if we take x equal to z, y equal to 0, if we take y equal to 0, what it becomes? So here this will be 0 and y equal to 0, so this becomes 0. The entire real part will be 0. So then imaginary part, here we have 2 into a z. If I take x equal to z, this becomes I into 2z plus z square plus 0 into 1 minus z into 2z divided by z square plus 0 whole square. That is, we get in the next step f dash of z equal to this. Okay, then simplify this. I into 2z plus, here numerator is minus z square by z square power 2, that is minus 1 by z square. So this is f dash of z is I into 2z minus 1 by z square. Then to get f of z, we integrate both sides with respect to z. So f of z equals to I into 2z square by 2, that is I into z square. Then here, what is the integral of 1 by z square? Integral of 1 by z square is minus 1 by z. So we get f of z equal to I into z square plus 1 by z plus c, where c is a real constant, because here the imaginary part of a function, analytic function is given, and given imaginary part does not contain any constant. So the constant of integration is a real number. Now to find phi, second part of the question, there we have that is, we need to find phi, the real part of w equal to phi plus I psi. We take this, we start with this, and we take f of z equal to phi plus I psi, and right hand side we take z equal to x plus I y. So we get this. Okay, so in the function take f of z equal to phi plus I psi and z equal to x plus I y. Okay, so right hand side, to find phi now, we shall separate the right hand side into real and imaginary parts. Okay, so if I use for the first term, we have to use a plus b the whole square formula, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and for this term we multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator, that is we multiply and divide by x minus iy. So we get phi plus I psi equal to I into x square plus 2ixy plus I square y square, but I square is equal to minus 1, so we have minus y square, plus next term 1 by x plus iy into x minus iy divided by x minus iy plus c. Okay, that is, in the next step we get this equals to I into x square plus 2ixy minus y square. Here this denominator is of the form a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So x square minus I square y square, but I square is minus 1, so we have x square plus y square, and numerator is x minus iy plus c. Okay, so next step, the real part in this right hand side. The real part here, to get real part we multiply throughout by I, here multiply by I the first term, so I into 2ixy. Okay, so it is minus 2xy, so first term in the real part. Then we have I into minus iy by x square plus y square, that is minus I square y by x square plus y square, or y by x square plus y square plus c. This is the real part in the right hand side. Imaginary part is, so we have to write I into, what's the imaginary part? X square, then you have iy square, right? So minus y square, then we have I into this, so x by x square plus y square. So this is our imaginary part. So now if we compare the real and imaginary part on both sides, left side we have real part is phi, that gives phi equal to minus 2xy plus y by x square plus y square plus c. So this is the required phi. So this completes the solution of the problem, and with this we have completed module 1. Thank you.